Welcome everyone to Season 3 of the Debrief. Last year was one of the best seasons we've had here at Sgtoutdoors, filled with lessons learned, new experiences, and lifelong memories. We begin our season as always in the spring. No successful season has come without preparation, and episode 1 is all about that prep work. I will take you step by step through our preparation process that led to such a memorable season. Let's start at the beginning, all the way back on March 23rd. This is where we laid the groundwork for productive food plots.
But here's the plan. Today, well, tomorrow, whatever. This video, we are going to be spraying 1 quart per acre glyphosate and 1 pint per acre of 2,4-D. Glyphosate will kill anything that's currently starting to grow, anything that's green in these plots, that will kill it. And then the 2,4-D will stay in the ground for 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, we are going to do another spraying of 2,4-D and glyphosate. Anything that made it through that 2,4-D will spray. That way the glyphosate will kill it. And then that 2,4-D will stay in the ground again for another 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that, when the 2,4-D is finally worn off, we'll come in and we're gonna plant buckwheat. Is what Whitetail Habitat Solutions says is a perfect smother crop. It's very leafy, it'll shade the ground. And we're gonna want that to be in the ground. And you just put those seeds right on the soil. You don't need to plant it, you don't need to put it in the ground, nothing like that. Right on the soil, 4 weeks after your first spraying. And then you want that buckwheat to grow for about 7 weeks. Depending on your soil, it'd have to be 8 or 9. We're giving ourselves some leeway. We're planning on planting the 3rd weekend in July. If we gotta wait another weekend or 2 for that buckwheat to grow to the height we want, you want somewhere between 1.5 feet to 3 feet. Apparently that's perfect. And then we will come through, we will throw seeds right in that buckwheat, and then roll it over and spray it with glyphosate. That way it kills that buckwheat, it lays that buckwheat down, and essentially puts those seeds in the soil, if you will. We did this strategy with just the weeds that grow out here, the raspberry bushes and all this crap, and it worked great. Like it worked way better than expected. So if we're buying in this year, we're using this specifically the buckwheat like he asked for, and I'm hoping for just awesome results. So anyway, enough rambling. I gotta get to work. We got a lot of work ahead of us. Let's get to it.
Our prep work consisted of more than usual this year. We gained an additional 10 acres of property that needed to be worked on in many ways. From laying new plots to removing old fences and adding new trails, this is the beginning of months-long transformation. After the required amount of time since our initial spraying, we make our way out on May 19th to get our first crop planted. Buckwheat is a great starter crop for creating incredible food plots. It's now time to get our buckwheat planted.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote. I have spread all 100 pounds on our food plots. Our food plots are a little less than 2 acres. I definitely covered them and then I walked really fast and just respread them a little bit. So I did this one first. I went to the front one, covered that one pretty lightly, finished what I thought was about 20 pounds of the bag. Pretty close, it's not quite an acre up there, and I didn't cover every corner. Then we went to the big one and I put probably just over half a bag, so 30 pounds out in that one. Then we went to the back one and I covered that pretty liberally as well, because that one I definitely need to grow. And the seeds we had left, I covered the big one and this one again, walking really fast, just slinging it. So just putting a little extra on. More seed isn't always better. You don't want the plant, you know, not having enough nutrients because you planted too many next to each other. That's the problem I ran into last year with our food plots. So when I seeded it, I overseeded it. And then that combined with a frost in September, our food plots didn't grow amazing. They were there, all the plants were there, they were growing, the bulbs were starting to bud, they were getting to be solid, and then frost, and then they didn't grow much after that. But like I said, I overseeded. I learned lessons as we go here. We're learning as we go. So now, hope and pray for rain today, tomorrow, for the next 4 days would be perfect. And then after that, we wait 11 weeks. So I will see you guys back here in about 11 weeks. Well, just like that, our food plot's planted. This bush right here you see, it's just, there's giant logs in a hill and some, like a massive rock pile right there. So we planted around it, but anticipation's getting to an all-time high now. So I am getting very pumped up. It's gonna rain tonight. There's like a 90% chance, so fingers crossed that rain comes. And if that rain comes, we're sitting pretty. I did about 5 pounds per food plot. It's 10 pounds per acre for the brassica blend we used. So each food plot is about a half an acre, so we did 5-ish pounds on each food plot. And then we went over that afterwards with our sprayer, 2 quarts per acre glyphosate. So we'd fill up the tank, the 15-gallon tank I have, put our half a gallon or 2 quarts in, and we'd spray one side, and then we went and sprayed the other. I'm really looking forward to see how the food plots grow this year, especially the one on the far west. The one on the far west, this will be its 3rd-ish year of rotation, and it already looked really good compared to the other half. You saw that in the last video.
As time continues to tick, it's just a matter of patience and weather cooperation for the food to grow. It's now time to move our attention to scouting and tree stands.
Tell you what, I have had my fill of mosquitoes for the rest of my life today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna do it for Land Improvement Day. But man, I feel like we've done nothing, but we've accomplished a lot. I wanted to get stands up today, so that's why I feel like I haven't accomplished anything, but man, I cleared out a lot of brush piles on this eastern half here. I cut a whole new trail through the woods. I adjusted, moved, and checked all the trail cameras, put a new one out, which I have to go back. One of the cameras isn't sending pictures right now, so I got to go over there and take care of that. And then it's out of here for the day, out of here for the week probably. Probably won't get back out till next weekend, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather cooperates. Next weekend's not 1,000,000 degrees, so that we can get this stand up. And I would really, really like to get our box blind moved over to here where we want it for the season. I really want to get that in there, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll come back out tomorrow. I don't know. I don't have any plans yet, but as of right now.
It's now crunch time. While life keeps us busy, we try our best to get out to the land and prepare as much as possible. However, as the finish line approaches, we have a lot of work to do. As we check off our list, it feels the list keeps growing. We still need to hang more stands, cut shooting lanes, move a box blind to the new property, and as if that wasn't enough, we decide to start construction on a new box blind as well.
One week away from opening day, and unfortunately we're still working out here, but wood prices came back down. I gotta bug up my but yesterday about not being happy with the stand that I have here. I'm just not satisfied with that stand. So what I do, of course, went and bought some lumber and some of those brackets, and we're gonna get this platform put up on the hill. There's a big hump right there. Can't see it right now, but you'll see it once I get the weed whacker, get all these weeds down. There's a huge hump right there. We're gonna get this up on that hump, and it'll be its new home forever. So I needed a stand in here, but none of these trees can support a stand. And since it's gonna be such a good spot, we might as well put something permanent here. Something that we can be in and be comfortable in any weather. That's kind of the goal. So anyway, I'm gonna start weed whacking, get this cleared out, and then by that time Dad should be ready to help, and we can move this onto that hill and start digging to get it leveled and sturdy, and we'll be good to go. But let's get after it. Enough talking. Let's make some magic happen. Let's get it going. Like, I should be working, but man, it's 60 degrees, breezy, cloudy, football's on. This is just one of the best feelings ever, so I'm just gonna take a break through my disappointment of not having everything I need again. Like, the amount of times I have come out to finish up work out here and then just leaving with more work than I came with is just, it's getting frustrating. But oh, this gets me fired up though. This feeling gets me fired up for hunting season.
Our work will definitely carry into the deer season. However, with the blood and the sweat spent on getting our land ready to go, there's only one thing left. Grab our bow and start our 21 bow season. It's now time to see if our scouting and prep work will pay off in the long run. Begin our season on the next episode of The Debrief.